Two random bears. Two random bears. Two random bears. Cheers, matey. Welcome to the first Bearcast.
Welcome.
Two random Bearcast. Where we're just going to talk about some beer. You know, we're going to just reach out here and grab any old beer. And we have the Wachusett Winter Toasty Ale with winter spices. This one I remember tasting like a gingerbread cookie.
It was like a gingerbread cookie, and it tasted like the most holiday beer for me.
Yeah, me as well. It was like Christmas in a cup.
I love the Wachusett Winter or Wakakasset, but
we're both familiar with the Wachusett Blueberry as well. So those are two beers that I've had from Wachusett that I give high rating to.
I wonder if they have any more beers out there that we could try.
I'm sure, and I would love to try more from them from Wachusett. It's a New England beer, one of our favorites.
Is that New Hampshire?
New
Hampshire beers. You know, New England beers always comes with some really good beer, man.
I think Wachusett is from Mass, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Westminster,
Massachusetts.
Brewed and bottled.
Yeah.
By Wachusett Brewing Company. This is solid, and 2 out of 2 so far for Wachusett. We haven't done the blueberry review, but we've had it, and we both have liked it.
I loved it. The blueberry is like a main staple for the winter time. I feel like they just really do good with the winter beers. You want to go skiing and go get a little cabin up in the Hampshires, bring some Wachusett with you. Sounds like a great time.
Kind of a lackluster name.
Wachusett? Oh, winter.
Very specific, straight to the point. Like, we only come out with one winter beer. And
they put a lot of thought into that name.
But they put a lot of thought into the beer because it shows, man.
No, absolutely. But, you could have called it Windred. Yeah.
Wakakasset.
yeah.
Let's grab another one. Grab a random.
All right, grab some random beer.
See what we get out here to talk about.
Let's grab the Leinenkugel.
Lionel Kugel.
Betty Weiss.
The Betty Weiss, man. One of my personal favorites, man.
Oh, my God.
Only 4.7. It's made with blackberries, and it's real blackberries. It's soaked in blackberries, full of flavor. It's like a beer wine, man.
Please try to get this beer. It's an amazing beer. Perfect for summertime. Perfect for any time. Anytime.
I saw them today at the store. I saw the 6-packs were there, and it was pleasant to see it.
I never tasted a beer so filled with fruit that tastes like natural fruit.
Yeah, not generic, not sugary.
No.
Synthetic tasting.
Because a lot of them have that that heavy syrupy taste that tastes just blah.
Yeah, it's too much.
It tastes natural.
Can't say enough about this beer.
Weiss, Leinenkugel.
And a lot of the Leinenkugel that I've seen, not all, but a lot have fruit oriented. They have a lot of shandies as well. I've tried their 4-pack shandy a couple summers ago. And
shandy's
very good. The lemon one was pretty good.
We did try the vanilla porter. I think it wasn't bad at all.
It was pretty good. Yeah,
it's pretty good. Why don't you go ahead and grab another one and see what we could talk about? Two Random Beer Podcast. Anything's on the table.
Harpoon Dunkin' Jelly Donut IPA.
Oh, you had to grab that one. You had to grab it.
The one of a kind. If you're a fan of jelly donuts, you have to try this beer. This beer is hard to find. It's these limited release that only came in a 4-pack of different donut-inspired beers from Harpoon Brewing, and the Jelly Donut IPA was...
And it tasted just like a jelly donut.
A grand slam.
Glab Schlabbit, that jelly donut, it smelled like it. One of the best smelling beers I've ever smelled. Oh, man.
That, the Dunkin' Harpoon combination, that's probably one of the best ever, full collab that I've ever seen done like that. Sometimes when companies put out a special 4-pack, they might have 1 or 2 new beers, and then they put 2 of their other beers. This is 4 brand new beers that Harpoon did. 4 different flavors, and they're all tremendous.
That's the thing. They're all tremendous.
The coffee porter, the pumpkin spice latte, the Boston cream stout, The pumpkin was an ale, by the way. The coffee porter, Boston cream stout, an IPA, jelly
and
donut.
the jelly donut IPA.
What a great mix. I'd rather you give me that than a box of donuts, as much as I love donuts.
Yes. I will say, me personally, this is the best variety pack I have ever had.
Yeah. Like
the best.
100%. That's what I was saying before. Like, what other variety packs, they don't even have 4 new beers, you know?
No, they usually have the main.
And all of these were hits. There wasn't one bad one on the bunch.
So even if they have, so it was the Boston Cream Stout, the Pumpkin Ale, the IPA, Jelly Donut. What was the other one?
The coffee porter.
The coffee. So I believe that should be their mainstay.
The coffee porter.
The coffee
makes
porter
sense because it's Dunkin'.
Dunkin', yeah, that should be their mainstay.
And that's the first one that came out.
And do the other ones seasonally. Seasonally bring those out. That would be amazing if they kept it going.
Yeah, because this one's tremendous. The Boston Cream one too.
Oh yeah.
The coffee was the first one. Remember we had brought it when you were at your old place.
Yeah.
And we both were like, "Whoa, this is the best coffee porter we've ever had."
It really was, and I really wasn't. I looked over because I was like, "Oh, Harpoon and Dunkin', it seems incorporated."
Yeah, it was kind of just like a gimmicky.
Yeah,
kind of like the Hershey's was kind of too gimmicky, a letdown, right?
Yes, but it lived up more than I expected.
Delicious.
Oh my god!
You could tell Harpoon they love New England. Dunkin' is huge here in New England for you know, outsiders.
Oh yeah, all the way to Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, all the way up to Maine.
Every block you're gonna see a Dunkin' somewhere. And
yeah, especially over here. They
did a good job, man. Those are some of my favorite beers in those categories.
That would be cool if you go to Dunkin' and if you eat in, as long as you eat in, we can serve you a Harpoon Dunkin' coffee porter.
Isn't that weird though? Where you can go to a restaurant and you can't like drive through, grab a drink, but you can sit there for 15 minutes, drink it, and leave. You're gonna drive anyway.
Yeah.
At least if you give it to me through the window, I might not drink and drive. I might take it home, but I get to drink and then drive.
Yeah, true.
What does that even mean?
Well, you know, honestly, I would crack that open right there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, the possibility.
Yeah, seriously.
You don't have to drink
So that's what I mean. Might as well. Yeah. Might as well, as long as you stay in.
I don't think Dunkin' wants that type of, I don't know,
crowd. Coffee border. They already have that crowd. They already have that crowd.
It doesn't need to get worse. All right, grab another. I don't even want to get into it.
Alright, let me grab it.
Man, so many good fucking beers. We're grateful for every fan and listener out there, anyone who likes our stuff, man. We love trying out all these new beers. The beers just don't stop, man. You grabbed a classic right there, man.
The OG.
Samuel Adams.
Boston Lager.
Yeah, as far as lagers go, that's the everyday lager.
Yeah, that's gonna be my everyday beer.
Not the best lager, but it's that good anytime beer.
Anytime beer, any day beer. It's that beer where you go to a restaurant and you look through and you see they don't have anything really good.
Yeah.
But you see they have the Samuel Adams Boston Lager with the Samuel Adams Seasonal, and you take that.
If I see the ale I'm getting at the Boston Ale, because I think that's the best anytime ale, everyday ale, you know? So the counterpart to the Boston Lager, like they both...
I feel like Samuel Adams is so good at giving you everyday beer, just beers that you could drink residually, especially, you know, their seasonal stuff.
They have so many beers.
Yeah.
So many. And there's so many of them so good, man. And one of my favorite beer companies, one of the best beer companies.
I'm looking forward to that day where me and you could go get one of them Samuel Adams, you know, $25 pop 22 long
specialty brews.
Specialty brew. You pop them all and driving it.
I would love to go to the brewery and take a tour. See how all the beer's made. And stuff.
See how it's
been. Out, little samples.
And I hear, this is hearsay, that when you go over there, you take the tour. Your samples and the stuff you try is stuff that's not even on the market.
I believe it, because that's you're in the hub.
Yeah.
Things like when you go to the Dragon's Milk website and you're like, wow, they have 2 other beers I've never even heard, the amber and the white one, but you can't find them anywhere.
No, you can't.
It's like the Sam Adams where shit you can't find anywhere. I never heard of that beer before, but you can try it over there.
That's something we're gonna have to document.
Yeah,
if
sure.
We should do that when they open back up. If they ever open back up.
That would be really cool.
That would be the perfect episode.
Yeah,
right now.
Sam Adams Brew Tour.
Right now, on top of the beer company list, why don't you go ahead and go grab another one, see what we could discuss here on the 2 Random Beer Podcast. Here we go with it. Wow.
Samuel Smith Imperial Stout. The Imperial Stout that changed my mind on Imperial Stouts. I just can't agree with Imperial Stouts. Everyone I've tried was just some of my least favorite beers.
That's true.
But leave it to Samuel Smith, one of my all-time favorite brewing companies, and they knocked it out of the park with this one, man. This has changed my mind on the Imperial Stouts.
And it really did remind me of the organic chocolate stout that we have yet to review, but we tried many times. It's one of the most amazing chocolate stouts I have ever tried. And this one, the Imperial Stout IPA, also had that chocolate feel, a deep mocha tinge to it. And it's the organic taste, the organic feel. It just feels good. It
cleaner
feels
water. Man. And you know, that organic chocolate stout is arguably one of the best beers ever
I have ever tried.
And for the recently learning, remember I told you about the reserves. The Dragon Milk reserves are different. They do like 2-3 a year. So the one that we had and we really liked will probably, who knows if it ever comes back again. For that reason alone, I have to say the organic chocolate stout's better because I can get it whenever I want. And that's just a huge fucking...
Yes.
As good as that...
I'm surprised you can.
As good as that reserve was, man, like... It's probably going forever. But I look forward to the new ones.
Yeah, come on. We got that peanut butter chocolate stout
on the hunt.
Dragon's Milk Reserve.
We're on the hunt for that. We're in February of 2021. The said release date of the first reserve is in February and March, and we've been looking, and you know we've recently tried the Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout, their regular mainstay.
Yeah, and the texture did remind me of
it did. And what they do with their reserves is they add to the original Bourbon Barrel Stout. They change the flavor around.
Good stuff.
So 2 or 3 times a year they add a new beer out that's just like a remixed version of their mainstay, and it's really cool. And the peanut butter one is their recent one, and we're out there looking for it, and we hope to find it.
I want it, and it sounds amazing. I like peanut butter and chocolate. It's like a Reese's inside of a beer.
Yeah, and as good as what that other reserve was, you know, to see how they will mix this with the peanut butter, have good expectations.
Yeah, you can only do it with Dragon's Milk. Honestly, you can only get away with it with like Dragon's Milk. Yeah, honestly, because it's milky,
creamy.
It's the creamy, milky, and it's so good. Everybody go try the Dragon's Milk. Anything from Dragon's Milk, and if you see a reserve out there, grab it right now. It's gonna be one of the best things you're ever gonna try.
Send it to us.
Yeah. Send it to us.
We'll review it for everybody.
Yeah, and we'll say thank you on a episode.
Yes. Yeah. We'll send you some beers that we have that maybe you were on.
I wouldn't mind sending you guys some beer.
Some Boston Lagers or Pabst Blue Ribbons or something.
Ghost Gone Wild. No, that's something we're going to have. Pabst, Narragansett.
I wish they would put out the Ghost Gone Wild again. I want to try that again so bad.
I never tried something that was so... crazy to my palate, to my taste. Yeah,
the most unique beer I've ever had.
Man, I just love beer.
Sour ale, probably the best sour ale I've ever had. Because I've tried other sour ales, they're just too sour, like candy.
Yeah, I haven't tried many sour
ales. I didn't care for it, but that Ghost Gone Wild is something different. It's something special.
Oh my god, I think it was the chili spices in there, and
it was spicy. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was spicy, but so refreshing. There was a citrus, too. There was a fruitiness.
So overquench is something that I said.
Overquench. Yeah, man. I would love to get that one again.
Oh, man. Please, guys out there, if you hear this, make some more. We've been trying to... Anybody who hears this, holler at that. What was the name of the brewery? They made Ghost
Stillwater Artisanal.
Wow, you are the brain mechanical to be able to remember that.
I can't forget
Stillwater Artisanal. Wow, that's so
from
awesome.
New York.
That's awesome.
I dived deep into them trying to look for more Ghost Gone Wild, and
wow, from New York.
It's a trip that some of these beers could be so great or different, unique, and then they might never come back again.
No. So we're asking you guys out there to please contact Stillwater Artisanal and say bring back that Ghost Gone Wild, and everybody needs to try that.
All right, so with that in mind, the Stillwater Artisanal Ghost Gone Wild. Yeah. Everybody need to flock on that.
Yeah.
The Dragon's Milk Chocolate Coffee Reserve from 2016.
Yeah.
Need to get on that.
Yeah, but they can't even get that. It's out of print and no one could get it anymore.
They still have the recipe.
Huh?
I'm saying for if everybody goes to dragonsmilk.com
and
tells them
say
to
bring
make
it back. Yeah.
Push that on there.
Yeah, please bring it back.
With the Ghost Gone Wild.
Oh my God,
and with the Magic Hat, the Hex.
Magic Hat.
Because they'll listen when a lot of people
they'll bring it back. If there's demand, supply and demand.
We have to get on
Let's do it, people. We're a community.
Hear our battle cries for good beers, damn it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Maybe some foreign beers can get shipped over here.
It's sad.
Like the Honeydew Organic Ale that we can't get here in the States.
And it's sad. These are beers that died out. Wonderful beers that died out, and they're no longer here, but they can be.
They deserve.
And it's up to us to band together.
They deserve a resurrection.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Just keep a beer alive.
Yeah.
Keep a beer alive.
And let's push for foreign beers, man, because this is a beer we can't buy here in the States. And I want you to. What would you think about this beer?
The Honeydew Organic Golden Ale by Fuller's.
Yeah. What was your take on this beer? I know you were a fan of...
It was a 5-mug beer and the most refreshing beer I have ever tasted.
Tasted organic, right? Like the fresh water of it.
So fresh.
There's something different about the European water that tastes fresher than American water.
It's very true.
Like the Iceland beers had a fresh
had a different and I think that's why I like the New England beers a lot more, because we like beers where it's a common denominator where the water is colder. We like colder water beers. And the Organic Golden Ale by Fuller's was amazing.
Yeah. And we've tried another Fuller's beer as well that was also 5-star.
Oh, yeah, the London Porter? You're talking about the London Porter.
One of the best porters I ever had.
Yeah, it was rich, dark, and complex. One of the world's finest.
We gave that high rating as well. Both those Fuller's beers were amazing.
I believe if I had the chance to drink all of Fuller's beers, probably they would be my favorite beer company. It's up there.
We need the people out there to go out and email Fuller's Brewing and tell them to ship their beers here to America. So we can try these. They need more placement, let's...
But they hate Americans.
But they love money.
Yeah.
Let's,
if
I have money and you have the beer, ship the beer over
here. Man, if you want the beer, and I want the beer, and she wants the beer, and he wants the beer, we all want the beer.
Why can't they give us the beer?
Yes. Come on. Yeah. Should we enforce riots?
Who?
Riots. That's how everybody's getting things done nowadays.
Beer riots?
Yeah. Everybody's doing... That's how people get things done
now. Beer at Bad Light. It's too beautiful.
It's beer, but we need our beer.
We need our beer.
Yeah, Ghost Gone Wild. Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody out here. We love our listeners and our followers. We see so many people in the beer community doing wonderful things, and we're just appreciative to be a part of it.
It's a pleasure. It really is. It's fun jumping into all these different beers, learning and discovering different flavors and how far beer can really go. I've learned so much, and I really enjoyed this little beer discussion. We'll come back with some more beer talks about beers we've tried and want to try.
Yeah, it's been great, guys, cool. And we should keep doing this again. So stay tuned to Enter Bremen. We want to thank all the people at Enter Bremen for believing in us and putting us out there.